The shooting of the four police officers in Seattle brings back to memory the Oakland and the Pennsylvania shootings, and I see there are some similarities and dissimilarities. I see a similarity between the Oakland and the Seattle, but the Pennsylvania shooting is different. And of course, the shooters are also same race, Oakland, Seattle, as opposed to the Pennsylvania. Now, to recap very briefly, here in Oakland, four police officers were shot by a black suspect. Two motorcycle officers were at the back of the patrol car writing him a ticket. He came and shot both of them, and then he fled to home where the SWAT came and didn't know he had an AK or whatever, and two more got killed. And then in Pennsylvania, oh yeah, and this guy was a black guy, and then he was shot up, gunned down. And then in Pennsylvania, a guy with a name anyway, it's Ski, like he has ancestry from Poland, and he's white. He shot four cops, and he was arrested, and he's in jail. He got shot in his foot or something like that. And then again, we have now in Seattle, a black guy shot four cops, and he too is shot to death. So there is a similarity. But I'm saying that I am not in agreement with people shooting up the cops, nor cops shooting up people. I'm for peace. And my message in this tape is that cops need to protect themselves and be careful and don't go out and get killed, in a senseless way. Wanted a little more thought, probably they could have been alive. This is my beef. And so with the Oakland, as I mentioned, these two cops, one should have been watching the suspect while the other one write a ticket, and then the SWAT, probably they should have sent the robot to see what they're up against, but the guy was hiding in a cupboard with an AK-47. In Pennsylvania, the first cop, I could say, well, okay, you could give that one. He was approaching the home, the guy shot him. No, again, he probably should have approached it home from the side as opposed to straight to the door. Come to the side, make sure you peep and see everything is clear before you just come up and get shot like that. And he fell in the street, and a police officer came up. He was going to rescue him, he got shot. Next one was going to rescue him, he got shot. Next one going to rescue him, he got shot. I think that's how it went. So in this case, one, okay, but the others shouldn't have been shot. At least you got to make sure that the threat is neutralized, then you move in. Now the individuals in Seattle, again, to me, they should have been doing things differently. If I were a cop, I would choose a restaurant in which the situation is such that I could protect myself. A long time ago, I learned that if you're going to take somebody off the street to give them a ride, you got to let them sit next to you, and you got to watch them inside the eyes. You can't let them sit in the back seat because they could strangle you and take your car or whatever they want to do. And so if I were those cops, I will choose a restaurant in which I could put my back up against the wall or up against the counter, so I've seen everything passing in front of me, nothing is behind me. Because what my understanding is that they were sitting past, and then he went to the counter, and then he started shooting them down. Now if they were watching this guy, or they were positioned that all four of them could have been facing him, as it were, then it might have been a different outcome. So as I said, if I were them, I would sit with my back against the wall, back against a friendly person, the shop owner or something like that, and everybody else passing in front of me, so I'm seeing what's happening. Now with this guy, the explanation they give me is how he was shot sounds so fishy. They said that a cop saw a car with the hood up and the engine's running, so he's running to see if it was a stolen vehicle, and then he noticed somebody coming on his side, and he came out, and then the guy he said, "Let me see your hand," and he went for his gun. The guy went for his gun and he shot him twice or whatever. I don't believe that story. First of all, because he's black and he shot these white guys, he will die one way or another. And so if he had, well, we know that it's alleged that he shot four cops, so he has no problems with shooting more cops. For him to come up there without his gun in his hand, approaching this cop car, which he sees a marked cop car, I find it kind of far-fetched. If it were a shootout, I could understand, in which the guy was coming with his gun out ready to shoot this cop because this cop is going to take the car he's going to get away with or something like that. But it's talk about how he come up sliding up the side, and then he come out and tell him to let me see your hand, and then he was going for something in his waist and he shot. I don't believe that stuff. So you're black, you shot the cop, you will die. So I think that's just hogwash. As I said, they should have, not be sitting away like that. I'm not saying he has a right to shoot them now. I'm just saying that they need to protect themselves and be careful. And this story would have given me how they shot the cop, the suspect. I don't believe that at all. So my message is this: cops, you're not going to be crazy thinking that everybody is out to get you, but there are a lot of people out there to get you. So whether they're white, black, yellow, or red, you love all, you're trying to protect all, but you got to watch out. Someone will shoot you. And I don't know what statistic, what of the colors is more likely to shoot you as a cop, but anyone of them could shoot you. So you just be careful. Sit in a way that you could see everybody. When you're writing a ticket, make sure you're protecting yourself. Before you run into a building, make sure you scoop it out to see what you're up against. And if you see a cop has been shot, especially if you get shot with one of them choppers, one of them bad guns, it don't make sense you run to rescue him, because he's going to die anyway, and you too could die. Make sure that you neutralize the gunman and then solve the problem. So I hope that no more cop dies this year or anytime soon, because they'll take very defensive methods and strategies and avoid exposing themselves to being shot. No, of course you can't. People crazy, they'll shoot you all kind of whatever, but these three shootings I talked about, maybe if they had done things differently, they could have been alive today. So my condolences to all the families of the people who have been shot, not only these cops but those at Fort Hood, and people who are licensed and vowed to protect and serve. We should try to protect them as much as possible. So this is my take on this.